Uh, Now I'm going to, in this talk about a few ombudsman's cases. And the reason I talk about English ombudsman's cases is that, again, it's much easier to get hold of them because the English ombudsman publishes all of their reports. And most of the ombudsmen now do publish all their reports. The only one that doesn't do that is the Welsh Public Services Ombudsman. And it's about time the Welsh Public Services Ombudsman did publish all of their reports, because otherwise they might make some incredibly important statements and none of us end up knowing about them. There are occasional ones that are published that they think are worth publishing, but the ones that I see, it's a very maverick selection. So I look to the English Ombudsman's reports because the English equivalent of the Social Services and Wellbeing Act, the CARE Act, that act and the Social Services and Wellbeing Act were really drafted from the same template. And in relation to carers' rights, particularly adult carers, there's really no difference between these two bits of legislation. So these English cases I'm going to refer to would read across into the Welsh context. So this is one of a number of cases the ombudsman's had to look at about a disabled person who has a Motability car. So that's purchased through their benefits, but the disabled person can't drive it. So it's there for the disabled person, but it has to be driven by somebody else, normally the family. And this disabled person had been assessed as needing to go to needing support during the day, which the decision was that was going to be met at a day centre. And the council said, and one of the support services disabled people need is transport to and from social care support arrangements. And the council said, well, he's got a Motability car, and therefore you've got to drive him to and from the day centre. And the ombudsman says the council had failed to consider the impact that would have on their health, the loss of respite care, because often respite care is to give a day centre is to give the carers a break. But if they're driving somebody to and from the residential placement, the day centre, that just eats into their respite. But also there was no reason why they should do that. They didn't have to be ready, willing and able to do the driving. And they weren't. There's been, I say, a few cases on that.